Hey, what they do, man, I'm finna give you guys some information, boy. I'm finna tell you how easy it is to get tricked off the streets, my nigga. For real, for real, for real. But before we get the thing started, man, you know, always go send your people a copy of Street Elements magazine. With the #1 magazine publication in the nation, hands down. See, I be keeping it real, man. See, this is stuff that people ain't gonna tell you. You ain't gonna find this on the internet because they don't have it to give you. But I'm finna give you some information on show you how easily it is to get 25 years in prison. 25 years, first time ever in prison. Getting 25 years, facing life now. You facing a life sentence and you ain't got caught with nothing. I mean, your hand not even in the cookie jar. Just because somebody else get popped, you fall victim to it. You see, this is how the streets work. See, you have a homie that you think is solid. He may be an OG homie that you think is solid. And the whole time, this guy here been working with the police for years and you not even knowing it. Because you up under him. You don't know all the stuff he done got into prior to you jumping out there in the streets, right? So you kind of look up to him as a big homie. But you know how the game changed. Sometimes the little homie be the big homie at the end. You feel me? Sometimes the little homies turn into the big homies. That's just how it goes sometimes. But I'm going to give you a scenario, right? So I was politicking with one of my homies, and he had a 25-year sentence. First time ever in prison, right? And I know this to be facts because I know him. I grew up with him. So it was him and his company's homeboys and one of his OG homies that he kind of grew up around that was already in the streets way before we even jumped out there. He was in the streets way before us. And they had their little thing going on, right? So it was a couple of players involved. And one of the players involved was a DEA agent that was in the city of Tampa at the time named Kevin McLaughlin. See, Kevin McLaughlin was a DEA agent that was brought down here from Georgia to clean up the city. He had a reputation of going in, getting the job done by any means necessary. See, this is history. This is what really went on around here when they were cleaning up the city, getting all the boys, all the dope boys or anybody that was involved in anything illegal that they could put a federal charge on. This is what was going on, right? Okay. So anyway, one of his homies, we're going to just say name, we're going to call him P, right? So you can kind of idea who P is. P was dealing with some dudes up there in North Carolina, right? He had his little thing going up there in North Carolina, and he was making some moves up there. So apparently P, was hollering at my mans down here, and my mans down here was had the plug. He the basic one had to work. He had a cousin out in Cali who had to work and was one of the first ones putting that thing in the mail, sending it back over here. Now, me personally, I always thought that was a dangerous thing to do, to go pick up a package sent in the mail. I know a lot of people do that, but I want to be the one to go pick up a package and the police jump out on me. So I ain't want to take that risk. I'd rather take it when I get knocked off so I know who the person is set me up. I don't want to do that right there because anything can happen in the mail. But you got to take your risks in the street. We all going to take our own risks. Some people done got away with it for many, many years and came up off it. Me, personally, I just wasn't going to do that. All right, so apparently one time P hollered at my man and got his number from his to his cousin, right? So he hit the cousin up in Cali and said, "Yeah, okay, man, I'm in Carolina, man. They go ahead and send that package over here to Carolina from Cali." So listen, my man down here in Tampa, he ain't got nothing to do with that. He out to wait. So apparently they send the package from Cali to Carolina, and P get knocked off with two other individuals up in North Carolina. You see, they get knocked off. When they get knocked off with the 5 bricks in North Carolina, the North Carolina Police Department, whoever arrested the guys up there in North Carolina, called down here to Tampa. When they called down here to Tampa, the DEA agent down here in Tampa named Kevin McLaughlin at the time went ahead and said, "Go ahead and let P go. We're gonna indict him down here once he get back down here." Now, so once they let him go, he thinking he clear. The dudes in Carolina go ahead and catch their case. They go do state time. They go do about 4 or 5 years in state prison in North Carolina for the charge that they caught with the 5 bricks. P get released. P get released and go back to Tampa. When he get back to Tampa to his crib, the DEA agent already got an indictment on him for the 5 bricks that he got caught up in North Carolina. Now listen, this man ain't got released In North Carolina, he thinking he good. Nobody in Tampa don't know what's going on. But the DEA playing so slick because they really don't supposed to do that. How can they indict him from something that he got knocked off in Carolina and they didn't have nothing to do with the investigation? But what they told the North Carolina Police Department or law enforcement officers was that they got an active investigation going on him. Go ahead and release him and send him on back to Tampa. So once he get back at his house, they already waiting on him. They waiting on him. So when he get there, he originally only looking at about 10 years. Remember, you get caught with 5 bricks, it's only 10-year minimum mandatory. So if he just would have said, look here, man, you got me right. I got knocked off with the 5 bricks. Y'all know about it. Y'all go ahead and indict me. I go to jail. He go ahead and do his 10 years. That ain't what he did, though. See, 10 years was too much for Pete. 10 years was too much for him. He couldn't see himself doing 10 years. So what he do? He debrief. Once he debrief and he explained everything that he got going on, now he just opened himself up to a conspiracy. He just made this situation worse instead of just taking his 10 bricks. I mean, his five bricks case and do his 10 years. He wanted to get more off of that. But in the process of that, he ended up rounding up about 13 other guys into this case. Now he mentioned the cousin out in Cali who got to work. Now he mentioned about the homie down here in Tampa, my homie who, you know what I'm saying, who turned them on to the plaza. Now he mentioned about who deal with who deal with this, or this person do this person do that, this person do this. And guess what? It ain't even no drugs in the case. Ain't no drugs in the case. Only drugs in the case is the 5 bricks. And maybe when they busted somebody, they probably caught somebody with some drugs at the time. That's it. But my homie down here, AJ, he ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing. He just get picked up on a conspiracy charge for 5 bricks that he ain't got nothing to do with. He ain't got nothing to do with the 5 bricks. The only way he involved with the 5 bricks because the other homie got released and told him that it was his cousin, and he got the plug from his cousin, so that tied him to the Cali, and now they get everybody involved. And some other guys in some other state, they get like 13 people involved in this case off of one guy debriefing. Off of one guy debriefing. You see? That's how easy it is. That's how easy it is to get tricked off the streets. This one guy debrief who was only looking at 10 years. And I think he ended up doing about maybe 5.5, 6. In return, he got his homie that used to probably look up to him 25 years. And the only reason he got out, because he got in there and learned law, fought his case, and got some time reduced. And the crack law, something else came out, and that kicked him out. He ended up doing like 15 off the 25. Probably a little bit more off the 25. First time ever in prison. The other homie, cop died. He ended up doing 10 years. They pulled him out the cell to come get on the stand and testify that he was selling crack. And then I'm gonna tell you this right here. This is how slimy that they play. When they charge these guys like this. Conspiracy to traffic 5 kilos or more. Conspiracy to traffic 50 grams or more crack and weed. All in one count. All 3 of these charges are in one count. That means if I was selling weed and I got found guilty in trial, I still got found guilty of the crack and the cocaine too. Even though I was just selling weed. I done got found guilty of the crack, the 4 bricks, the 5 bricks, and the 50 grams of crack. And I ain't got nothing to do with that. Because this one person debrief, everybody looking at this shit right here. And the 5 bricks come, my homie got saying he want to know where the 5 bricks come in at. He ain't got caught with 5 bricks. The other homie got caught with the 5 bricks. The dudes in Carolina, when they did their time, came on home. The old buddy from the city, he came down. He came back down and debriefed and got everybody jammed up. Got everybody jammed up. Now you tell me, Is it worth it? I don't care how much money you done made to that point. You go do 20 years in prison, you coming back starting from zero. Unless you monetize your story like Big Meech. But you're still going to do them 25 years. You're still going to do them 15 years. You're still going to sit down because they're going to require you to sit down. Because one of your homies going to debrief and tell them how the whole operation running. Yeah, this is how this shit go out here, man. Ain't no loyalty out here, man. And you're going to be one of the ones who want to keep it real. Like me and some others. We want to keep it real. Like my partner went to trial. And I believe I probably would have went to trial too. How am I get to 5 bricks I ain't never even touched? I ain't never even seen. I ain't get not nailed dollar off of this transaction. And I get hit with the 25 years. I probably would have went to trial too. Because at that point, you're fighting for your freedom. I can see if my hand was in the cookie jar. I go do a deal. I get knocked off with the 5 bricks. Boom. They catch me red-handed. It's time for me to go lay down. But now you get caught in a whole nother state. You get released. He should have want to lay down, man. But in return, what happened? He debriefed. And everybody suffered from it. Everybody suffered from it. I think he did the least out of everybody. P did. Yeah. So that's why I'm telling you guys, man, it's easy out here to catch a case. It's easy to catch a conspiracy charge. It's so easy out here, man. These people don't play fair. Remember, they playing a game that you don't know how to play. You only can play it for a little while. They got to play. They got officers that come and retire and they bring other ones in just to do the same work. They want to make a name for themselves. And there's a lot of dirty on them that they'll do anything to get a case on you. Have dudes come testify on you don't even know. Bring dudes in. The only thing it takes somebody to brief and doing something in some other states, they can put all y'all into something, man. Shh. So I'm just hoping you guys, pick up some finesse, and make sure you order your people lock down a copy of Street Elements magazine. And make sure you hit this like and subscribe button so I can keep keeping it real with you. We're going to keep it 1,000 on here. So that's what we do. We're going to keep it 1,000. I'm going to keep lacing you up so you can be sharp and smart out there on the streets. You see, I ain't trying to leave you out there so you can get your head knocked off and don't know what come with this shit. It ain't nothing cool about prison. Ain't nothing cool about prison. Believe that. You're away from your family. You can't control nothing. You're in an environment with a whole bunch of werewolves and hyenas. While you young, find a way up out of the game so you can build for your future. That's what you should be doing. You feel me? You should be building for your future.